Hi, my name is Joe Follansbee, and I'm the founder and editor of the FitEye Guide to America's Maritime History and FitEye.com. Behind me is the USS Bonhomme Richard, a marine amphibious assault ship here in Seattle for a festival. It's a distant cousin to the battleships and cruisers of World War I and World War II. But there's a group in Seattle creating scale models of those old ships and putting them into mock combat. Here's their story.
I'm Carrie Morgray. I'm president of Strike Models. We take scale model warships from World War I and World War II. They're RC and they shoot and sink each other.
My name is Stephen Morgray with Strike Models, and I'm from the San Francisco Bay Area in Newark. I got started in this in about 2004. I believe it was actually through a random internet search, and came across this and thought it was very cool, as did my dad. And so we decided that we're going to see about building a ship together.
My name's Alex, and I'm from Redmond, Washington. This is the Bismarck. It's a Class 6, so it has 4 BB cannons, and in here it has 2 pumps to pump the water out. It's approximately 5 feet 10 inches long, give or take. Weighs about 40 pounds when all said and done. It's just a really fun ship to battle with.
If you take a look on the inside, this is actually a fiberglass hull. But then we cover, we make large windows in the side and we cover it with balsa. So you're actually shooting the BBs through the balsa, which is fairly soft. And that's why we need the internal ballistic protection, because otherwise you can actually shoot in one side of the ship and out the other.
That boat right there, the Bismarck, and me were on a team and we sunk this boat, and most of the boats over there we sunk. Yeah, there was only one boat floating, and you can see that guy loading it up over there. That was the only one floating now, after we sunk them all.
What's your best guess on how many people practice this hobby?
Nationwide in the hundreds at least. One forum I'm on has 1,000 members, certainly not all active, but it's very true. There aren't too many women involved, but there are some definitely, and definitely a lot of father-son people involved.
A part of it for me is actually the engineering. It's all kinds of new stuff, and designing new things, and having a chance to actually go out there and, well, do a little bit of mayhem.
We do scale what we can. Anything that's in scale of a square inch or bigger, generally we need to replicate. We don't do as detailed as some historical modelers because we tend to have some of the details blown off.
Everybody around will be in safety glasses. I think in the 30-year plus history of the sport, I think the worst injury has been a chipped tooth.
Well, that's pretty safe when it comes to sports.
Yes.
Yeah, or hobbies where you're throwing things at each other.
Yeah, model airplanes have a much worse record than we do.
That's why you wear glasses.
Yeah, get him out of there. Yeah, there you go. Oh yeah, I'm him. Get it going. Get out of there. I helped you out.
That's why I wear glasses.
We're helping. We're helping.
Our biggest drawback is people have just never heard of this hobby. That they, as kids, thought it was cool to put a firecracker on a boat and send it out and stuff, but they never heard of this, and that's one of our challenges, is to bring more people into the hobby, because if you only have 1 or 2 boats, it's not nearly as fun as having 7 or 8 or even 20 on a pond at a time.
If you'd like to learn more about Northwest Naval Combat and this hobby, visit my website at www.fidi.com, and I'll have links to the club, how to build your own ships, and more information. Until then, this is Joe Follansbee wishing you fair winds and following seas.